Hello everyone on the interwebs, my name is puCK and today we're going to be watching a StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm replay, a Zerg versus Protoss, or a game between our blue Protoss in the bottom right corner, Roots puCK, versus our red Zerg in the upper left corner, GosWser. And apparently puCK's surprised that the map choice was Ohana. The map is indeed Ohana, as it seems. Let's do a quick analysis of the map while I put on the production tab. The map has an easy to access and defend kind of expansion. You can get a pretty nice, it's just easy to access. You have this little hill, it's a small choke here. You also have these rocks you can destroy that lead to the third base. But overall, pretty nice to defend. You can just put some spine crawlers here or some cannons. We see some early scouting by the Protoss player and some early spawning pool play by GosWser. Maybe perhaps a 10 pool or even better. And the rocks can just lead to this third base, but it can also, if you're attacking, you can destroy these rocks. Have an extra path here if this path is crowded with cannons and such. This third is a bit tougher to defend, but not as bad. Still have this little choke here, and you can attack, and you can get the flank and attack from here, and with half the army, the other half from here. But the other expansions are pretty tougher to get. This one is still exposed, kind of exposed to the middle of the map. But this expansion is just a last case resort, as it seems. And now we see some aka 3 Zerglings being made for GosWser and a drone. The spawning pool is already done. We do see a Forge fast expand for pucks, or puCK I mean. He's gonna do the Forge first and then a Nexus when the Forge is done. There he throws down the expansion. Zerglings are just chasing this scouting probe. We now see that there's gonna be some sort of aggression, so he might just make a gateway or a cannon. Maybe a gateway first and then a cannon if possible. No, he goes for the cannon first. We now see that GosWser is throwing down the expansion at 15-16 supply. He gets one Zergling to follow that probe, and the rest of the army goes to chase. He just decides to block the expansion completely. Nothing can pass, although that might hurt him if he doesn't cancel that pylon, which he really needs to do. Yes, he did. He already canceled. He now has a cannon, and the gateway is protecting with a little entrance here that can be blocked with a zealot. Yeah, he made sure he can pass, but he just decided, well, that entrance is blocked, so I might as well just go through the rocks. We now see that the gas is done for GosWser. He's making a queen. He's making an overlord. The expansion is almost done. The gateway is a bit delayed. He needs to get more Zerglings if he wants to actually put some sort of pressure before the gateway pops. He's gonna make a pounder just to make sure that there's something, just to know if there's something happening there, and he knows that the rocks are being destroyed. He knows that it's half health. He doesn't know why. Maybe he can guess. He decided to make the queen here and make another, and then just send the first queen here. And we have a pretty standardized game. He's making another gateway here. He's gonna try and make a little choke. Maybe get a he's gonna get a zealot first. We now see the double gas for puCK. Let me just get that into busy mode so I don't get distracted by all these logins. Cybernetics core being thrown down here. It's pretty much blocked off. These are going to have no chance of getting in. Maybe this little choke can help, but maybe not. But he has a cannon, so that's just going to clean everything up. Maybe he'll pass through these two cannons. This part is accessible for both cannons, and the are just gonna get demolished. We now see the lair at 6-minute mark being thrown down for GosWser. The Zerglings, he sees that this entrance is blocked and he just decides to run back. He forced puCK to get buildings here to protect that entrance. He's now getting a sentry. A mothership core is already being thrown down, and 3 more gas, making it 4 gas for GosWser. He's gonna go for something big gas heavy, probably mutas, but might also see some swarm hosts and infestor play. Oh, we have a little zealot scouting harassment type of deal, but he might just kill one drone, maybe two, but the queen might just take care of it. He killed one, he decided to just go for the queen. He's gonna lose a little bit of health with that micro. Everything is fine. He needs to put some drones in that gas, which he does. These two as well. Oh, he almost did that wrong. There we go, just sending the remainder. He's not getting it. puCK is now getting a robotics facility, pretty standard in Forge Fast Expand. The warp gate research is not being chrono boosted. They are being used on probes. He's not getting the mutas. He's actually gonna go for the infestation pit. We might see some swarm hosts, but with the Hydra, it's probably gonna be some swarm hosts if he actually gets that Roach Hydra ball working. He decides to just use the Overlord he has in his main, make a little creep connection over here from the main to the natural. We should be seeing a third being popped on soon for GosWser, otherwise it's going to be at a bit of an economic advantage. You always want to be one expansion ahead than the other player as a Zerg. We are seeing an evolution chamber being thrown down. The Hydralisk then is almost done. He's not producing anything. He's not getting the Locust upgrade, the Zergling speed, and he's getting two Swarm Hosts getting morphed up. He's just sending Zerglings all over the map, trying to scout the expansions. The Mothership Core did some harassment here, but didn't kill anything and didn't do any damage. He's just getting those Swarm Hosts. He's gonna probably do some harassment. These 3 sentries are gonna kill this Overlord, maybe. Or will it run away with the range? Yeah, it is gonna die. But he just made a change in here, try to scout. 4 gateways right here with 2 semi-Artosis pylons. And, oh wait, 3 gateways and a robotic space. So we're gonna see some Colossi, which against the Swarm Hosts are gonna do pretty nice damage. Now see the 3rd base being thrown down for GosWser. He's just using those Swarm Hosts to destroy these rocks. He needs to get those down pretty soon if he is going to expand, which he is. We're just seeing a pretty standard sentry ball for puCK. Sentry Colossi ball. Maybe get some more gateway units and Immortals. He's just destroying this gateway. He wants to get out. He can just make another gateway right here, which he is doing 2 more. He's getting the attack upgrade, +1 attack, while GosWser decides to just go for the 1 defense, the 1 carapace. Now we have a pretty nice ball of Swarm Hosts, around 7 Swarm Hosts, and of course a Roach Warren, 8 Swarm Hosts, and a Roach Warren being done, so we're gonna see a Roach Warren, a Roach Hydra Swarm Host ball. It works pretty well against Protoss if you have the right micro for it, but we're talking about GosWser. So, again, with these type of players, we're going to see some awesome play with the Swarm Host and the Colossi, and all that sort of goody deal. And we just see that transfer being happening. Not much is happening in this game, actually. We're seeing it's a pretty standard, pretty slow, but wait, wow, just as I said that, we see a Zealotrop trying to kill that queen, but nothing else. Just as the queen was killed, he just decided to run away, and he realizes, okay, I gotta get that Spire, try and do some sort of damage, especially if he's gonna get Corruptors for the Colossi and maybe some Broodlords. He decided to warp in some Stalkers. They're trying to send the Zealots back, and then just taking the Stalkers up here. Gonna do some more damage, maybe kill these Overlords, he's just deciding. But GosWser is just ahead of him. He is just always sending the Swarm Host here, trying to protect. 3rd is almost done for puCK. GosWser is at a tough situation. He was supply block there for a moment or 2. He does not realize that this observer is here. He's counting a lot of information. Maybe some. Yeah, he sees the Swarm Host, see the Roach Warren. He sees all type of transfers. Gonna do great. The Spire here is done, almost done, and he's researching 1 attack while of course droning up and overlording up. See the long range locusts here. and he's just trying to chrono boost out a ton of immortals. He already has 3, almost at 5 colossi with the thermal lance upgrades, but oh, and also a twilight council, so you might actually see some high Templar maybe. Oh, the 3 changelings there trying to play some sort of micro or something, just to annoy maybe. Now of course 11 corruptors. Now you might just turn them into brewlords or just leave them as corruptors for the colossi. And he is using the Twilight Council to just research Blink for the Stalkers and getting a Templar Archives for the High Templars, getting those Storms, those Archons. They're gonna do a lot of damage versus our Zerg player. His corruptor count is at 8, 10 corruptors, and of course just getting more 11 corruptors. He now has, well, 11 corruptors, 12 swarm hosts. We do see a pretty nice army for both players, pretty sizable, fearsome army, but for both. So they are pretty equal in supply, 160 versus 155. So that might just be a worker difference maybe. Yeah, around that. But GosWser just decides I need to get more macro. I'm just gonna throw a 4th here real quick. He sees the pylons. He's just gonna destroy them real quick. It's not gonna supply block him, but it's certainly a waste of minerals. Of course, making 5 more gateways, he needs to waste those minerals, or so he thinks. And of course, researching the storm for the High Templars, getting the roach speed upgrade and the +2 attack. Maybe get a second evolution chamber, but he doesn't really have the resources for it. On the other hand, GosWser is maxed out. He does have some pretty sizable. He has a pretty sizable army, but look at this: 8 colossi. 8 colossi are going to do a ton of damage versus the swarm host, but the corruptors are just gonna try. If the corruptors are done correctly, then they're gonna help defend. We now see the hive is being morphed in for GosWser, and he's gonna try to engage here, try to protect this expansion. But I think that puCK is gonna realize, well, he has all his troops there, he has none anywhere else. He just keeps. Okay, now he's actually making observers. I was almost gonna say that he was just making the colossi, but he is not. Now the observer just got the sight of that army moving in. He's gonna need to barricade himself in his 3rd. Has a pretty nice choke here for the colossi. The units can just make a really nice line here, and the colossi can just kill them easily. We now are seeing +3 attack being researched for puCK. Now this battle is doing awesomely. He got some pretty awesome storms there, but the Archons are gonna get sniped here, probably really quick. The locusts are just too much, and the corruptors are just killing. They are demolishing the colossi, but the storms are also killing the corruptor really easily. The locusts are trying to kill some stalkers right here in the back. They're not killing the troops out here next to the colossi. The locusts, just a line of locusts. They might just kill a stalker too, but that's it. You would need those vipers. You need the abduct, the blinding cloud to make that work versus the colossi. The roaches are just taking a ton of damage. The hydras get killed instantly. The corruptors are dead. All that is left is some locusts, which are being force shielded awesomely by puCK. He manages to run away with the swarm hosts. All the swarm hosts survive with the blink. He kills 1, 2. He burrows. That's not the right decision. He has observers. You kill 3 or 4 swarm hosts. The force field again versus the locust. The blink again over the force field. 5 swarm hosts are dead again. Maybe the 6th swarm host is dead. The blink again. He's just chasing the swarm hosts endlessly. But the roaches arrive and they kill the stalker army. The colossi were not there to help. They were out of position, but still a lot of swarm hosts was killed. But he is back in a nice corruptor count. He just keeps making the roaches and the rest of the army. The hive got destroyed here. I didn't even see that. I was too excited by the army. The battle over there, the hive just got demolished. He still has the infestation pit, so he should probably get a hive right here. He should get a hatchery here as well. He still has the gas to mine and some minerals, still quite a lot. The roaches here are trying to destroy some gateways and maybe kill some units, but they got flanked by the Protoss army, and the force fields, they're preventing the roaches from doing anything at all. The corruptors are getting killed by the stalkers instantly. Maybe kill a corruptor or two, maybe kill a colossus or two, sorry, but the battle was just too much for GosWser. The corruptors got killed, his whole army got demolished, but he still has a pretty nice bank of minerals, but not enough gas to actually make some good units versus the army composition that is of pucks. Now we do see another, it's still this expansion being thrown down. Of course he's making high Templars. You're just gonna decide, I have a pretty nice army, I just won that battle pretty easily, I'm gonna go try and destroy his fourth. He's just gonna march right up in here. But still with a Warp Prism here, you're gonna warp in some Zealots, 4 Zealots trying to kill that army. This is gonna destroy the hatchery, no questions asked, there's nothing you can do about it. Maybe he can defend with the Roaches and Corruptors, but he seriously needs to defend here, otherwise he's just gonna kill all his workers, all his buildings. He's gonna actually just kill the Hydralisk then. Maybe he should have focused the hatchery, but there was a spine crawler here, so maybe that was actually the right decision, the one he made. We do see that the shields are being researched, the +1 shields are being researched for puCK, for those Archons. He's just putting the production of Colossi back on, Chrono boosting them. And this hatchery is almost done. He needs to get his expansion back. He needs the gas that he could get from all the bases. All the gas that he could get, he needs it. He's getting some more swarm hosts, but puCK is just getting more Colossi and High Templars. He's researching the War Prism speed upgrade. He wants to get that on those harassments. He wants to keep them going and happening. He needs to get a tech switch. Oh, we do see 2 High Templars right here in a War Prism, gonna get ready to drop at the mineral line, maybe get some storms up. This army is pretty sizable, pretty fearsome. 2 more Colossi join it, making a total of 6 Colossi. This War Prism is just gonna go out the back to the third of GosWser. He's gonna try and, oh, we do see that some spine crawlers are being made here for GosWser. He probably thinks it's gonna be some sort of harassment. Dark Shrine being thrown down for puCK. The drop of the High Templars are gonna try and storm, maybe? Yeah, the storm to kill almost all the workers. 25 workers killed versus 18, so that's actually pretty similar. Looking at the units lost tab, puCK is winning by a landslide. The Corruptors join in, the Colossi are out of position, the Stalkers are out of position, but the Storms up for against the Roaches and the Corruptors are doing a lot of damage, but the Colossi are getting all killed. No Colossi are left, well, 1 is left, but it might just get shot down. It is down. All the Colossi are down, so the Zerg player has a ticket. He still didn't destroy that Archon. That Archon was so close to dying. Oh, are the DTs already here? I thought I heard some DTs, but I didn't, apparently. But the Colossi productions keeps being pumped. Colossi are just being pumped, being chrono boosted out of the robotics. But still, the Dark Shrine is done, so we might just see some more Prism Dark Templar harassment. The 4th for puCK is made, so puCK is at an economic advantage because he is in actually 2 base, while GosWser is technically at 1.5, considering these 2 make kind of half. The Locusts are gonna scout some troops. He sees that there is a Dark Templar here, or he hears, he doesn't actually see anything. But the hatchery is gonna go down. He didn't cancel it. All those minerals lost, kind of 300 or 200 minerals lost. The DT here killing the workers. He needs those overseers, he needs an ASAP. Making 3 of them right here. The swarm host count is actually pretty high. 17 swarm hosts, dear lord, and that's a lot of swarm hosts. They're just gonna keep pumping to his base. They're not even gonna get there. They're really slow. They don't have a big lifespan. The DT just keeps going to town against these workers. 16 kills, 17 kills, and it is dead. The overseer arrived here, but 17 kills, mostly workers that did a ton of damage. He's gonna go here, try and kill that Dark Templar 2. The army with Colossi and Stalkers is still being built up. The supply difference is big. 166 versus 200. puCK is maxed out. Would you see that GosWser's troops are moving out to the fourth of puCK? puCK is completely out of position. He's already moving out. GosWser might not be able to destroy the expansion. Oh my. What is causing all this lag? I don't even know. There we go. It's working again. The Stormhost is Burrow. They're gonna rally the Locusts here. Apparently one of the observers, Nathanius, left the game. Alright. He wasn't taking the game. Maybe he was lagging it out. Who knows? He might just kill this expansion actually with the Stormhost and the Locusts. But the upgrades just favor puCK immensely. 0-2-3 versus 1-2. That's a big difference, and the supply difference is also not favoring GosWser. And puCK just decides to expand to GosWser's fourth. A bit of a surprise move there. Bit of a bold move, trying to get those minerals before GosWser does. He just sends one DT here. The inject, of course we saw that inject being done, but the DT is gonna try and go to town again with the drones, trying to kill a lot of them, maybe 10, but the Overseer is just here. He's gonna, maybe he killed 9, 10, he killed the 10th probe, the 10th drone before dying. We now see 4 Stargates being thrown down for puCK. He has the money for it. GosWser doesn't. The money is not favoring GosWser in the least. The blink, he just got the Stormhost out of position. Almost half of them died, but the Corruptor's trying to kill the Colossi, but the Storms are just too much. The Corruptors are just getting caught in the Storm Ball. Almost all the Corruptors die, almost all of the Stormhosts. GosWser has no army whatsoever. He has no chance of defending this. The Corruptor Ball just get obliterated, and GG by GosWser. He was just in a bad composition. He needed to tech switch, in my opinion. That the Corruptor Stormhost stopped working at a certain point. And he just got out macroed by puCK. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.